Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Soft, chewy chocolate chip cookies. That's what's in the goodie basket today. Okay, so I am starting off here with 2 sticks of butter, along with a cup of white sugar and a cup of brown sugar. And I just want to tell you something before we start creaming this, which is that you don't want to do this how you normally do cookie dough. So like normally when you do cookie dough, you want like to get it kind of light and fluffy, and that's not what we're going for here. We're going for something closer to like a paste. I don't want to blend, like whip a whole bunch of air into it, right? So I'm not going to go quite as far as I would normally go. So here we go. It's gonna get real loud. Alright, that's about as far as I need to go, right? Gorgeous. Give it a little scrape, right? Rubber spatula. Always want to make sure that you don't have any crazy little chunkies trying to hang out in the bottom of your bowl or... Off my camera angle. Don't want chunkies hanging out in your bowl, right? Next we are adding in 2 eggs, 2 huevos, right? Jeez. Teaspoon of vanilla. Don't you love cookies? They're so easy to make too. Oh, did you see that perfect teaspoon? Didn't even spill. Thought it was going to. Didn't. It's okay if it goes over a tiny bit. So you get 1.5 teaspoons in your cookies, right? Not a huge one. I heard. Alright. Mix in your egg and your vanilla. Same thing, we're not trying to like get this super whippy, right? So I'm just going to mix until incorporated. Do this, clean off your beaters real quick, right? I love my mixer too. Did you guys see the review that I did of this KitchenAid? It's KitchenAid, it's awesome. Not sponsored. So anyway, in here I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour, AP flour, right? Why is it called AP flour? You ask. Well, so you have cake flour, you have AP flour, you have bread flour, right? So bread flour, higher protein, cake flour, lower protein, AP flour, right in the middle, kind of you can use it for everything, including cake or bread, all purpose. In this bowl, I have 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/2 teaspoon each of baking powder, baking soda. Gonna mix it into my dry ingredients, right? Just give them a little mixy poo. That way you don't end up with a big clump of baking soda in a cookie. Nobody wants a big clump of baking soda in their cookie. So 1/2 of my flour mixture. Or more. Low speed. Do you have low speed on your mixer? If you do, use it.
Always go high speed. Extreme!
Extreme mixing! Except we don't want to do that this time. I don't want to develop a bunch of gluten inside of my cookies, number one, because I'm not making bread, I'm making cookies, right? And I also don't want to be like inhaling a big flour poof cloud, because that's not my bag. The rest of my dry ingredients, little booty pat, little pat the booty, pat the booty, pat the... It's out, it's out. Why are you still patting its booty? Back on number 1. Ichiban setting. Number 1 setting. Anybody?
Hi.
Hi. Thank you. Ichiban means number 1 in Japanese. Now you've learned your thing for the day. Ooh, look how pretty that dough is, though. That dough. I flung a piece at myself. You can get that later, baby.
Yeah.
You just look for it like a little search party for cookie dough. 2 cups of chocolate chips. You want to do nuts, do a cup of chocolate chips and a cup of nuts. Cup of nuts.
Ready, set, delicious.
Cup of nuts for breakfast? That sounds wonderful. What is this stupid Saturday Night Live thing? The salty nuts. Does anybody want to try my... I don't have any salty nuts. We ran out. Okay, mix those in. I know. Every recipe on earth says to hand mix them, but I'm not doing that. What do you think of that? I always use my mixer to mix them in. If you have like
It's salty balls, by the way.
salty balls. Yes, now I remember.
Good job, Alec Baldwin and friends.
Yes. Saturday Night Live's funny. So, what I was saying is, if you don't have like a super powerful mixer, you probably should hand incorporate them, right? But I do. So there you go.
Get fancy, incorporate.
That was it. It's done. The dough is ready, man. But we're not done, because we gotta cook it. Alright, so I have my sheet pan lined with a Silpat, right? And I'm just scooping my cookies onto it. So you can definitely just like use 2 spoons to do this, but I like to keep my cookies nice and even. So I'm using a portion scoop, and it's a number 20 portion scoop. They have a little number on their little movable part there, and just so you know what the number means, doesn't matter. In this case, just get a number 20. But what it means is it's the number of scoops per 32 ounces. So if ever you're trying to like make cookies for a crowd, you can look at that little number and know like how much dough you have, and you can figure out what size portion scoop to use. That's what you do. We cooled this dough down in the fridge, not for very long, for like 15 or 20 minutes. The difference that it's going to make is, first of all, obviously our dough is cooler, so it's not going to spread as quickly. And because our oven is turned up, it's going to solidify the outside quicker, and it's going to help our cookie to hold its shape better, right? So, basically, we're going for a taller cookie. That's the situation. 14 minutes, 375. I'll see you in 14 minutes. I'm gonna drink some wine. So surprised. Okay, so here is like a quick little cheat thing for you if you want it. So you can either make ganache, which is equal parts, right? Scald your cream, add your chocolate. You've seen me do it in other videos. Or you can use this little cheater thing, which is take some store-bought chocolate frosting, right? Do it like 10 seconds at a time. 10 seconds at a time. How does Kimmy's song go? She goes, you can do anything for 10 seconds. 10 seconds at a time. Come on.
I don't remember the song, but I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? She's
Kimmy
like
Schmidt.
cranking the crank. She's like powering the freaking guy's like jukebox and crap in the other room. You see how soft this already got? Soft. So supple. And soft. And good. And chocolatey. And going back to the microwave for 10 more seconds.
Tastes like childhood.
It does taste like childhood. Whatever. My all-time favorite birthday cake, not like now necessarily, but what I still want, because I've always had it, is store-bought chocolate. No.
Store-bought yellow cake and chocolate frosting.
You know me so well.
Of course. Every birthday.
Store-bought yellow cake in the box with the crappy icing, because that's what my mama made me. When I was little, that was my favorite cake. And so now, it's like my birthday tradition, and I always want it on my birthday. So, you see this? How it's getting like... So very close. 10 more seconds. 10 seconds at a time. I'm so out of tune. It's not that tune, or melody, or anything. But it is the lyrics. That means we're a third of the way there. Halfway there! Whoa! We're living on a prayer! I think we're all the way there now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you'll see how liquidy it is now. It's ready for dippings. That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna take my cookies.
Cookies.
My cookies.
Your cookies.
My cookies. Alright, so we're gonna take one of these cookies. You can do this. You can do like this. It's so big, it won't fit.
Oh
my gosh.
You. Stop.
What do I do? Make it work, alright?
Right.
I mean, seriously though, like... Can you see it? Like, how good does that look? That was zero effort, right? Oh onto the cooling rack.
I'd make out with that cookie right now.
I would make out with that cookie too. I'd be like,
oh, you like that?
oh, cookie. Oh, you're so... Oh, yeah.
Ready, set, delicious.
And you don't have to do all of them, but you can. You can do what you want because you're grown. I'm going to finish doing these. Okay, so who is ready to get these cookies in their mouth? Because I know I'm ready for some cookies in my mouth. Look at this one. It's so chocolate. It's like, oh, I'm so chocolate. Delicious. Come taste. Too much. It's too much. Ready? Should we try it? I'm already going to tell you, they just have the ever so slightest bit of like little crispiness, but like they're so soft. Ready? Mm. Mm-hmm. Very chewy. Oh my goodness. That's a... That's like such a delicious cookie you have there. Cold milk. Dip. Woo! So yummy. Cookie dance. That's it for now, guys. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, do it now. I'm here every Wednesday and like random other days. We're training dogs on Monday, right? We're doing this on Wednesdays and like random stuff, sometimes on Fridays when I feel like posting a video on a Friday.
Feel like it Fridays.
Feel like it Friday. Thank you.
Hell
Finally
yeah.
named When I Feel Like It Friday. That is the new name of Friday. When I Feel Like It Friday is about to be a recipe of randomness or DIY or whatever I feel like posting that I may or may not be in. But on Wednesdays you can count on shows like this, so I will see you next Wednesday. Happy cooking, everyone.
BackBitesForever.com.
Cool your dough. It's so hot. You gotta cool your dough a little bit. Use the hood, Red. Use the hood.